Hi Virgo, welcome into your mid-February 2023 Money and Career Tarot reading. I do want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading. As we proceed, do keep in mind this is general for the remainder of your month, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do more than appreciate the love and support, the likes, the comments, and of course subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. But as you can see, there is one card that came out in the last attempt for your reading, or I should say one of the many. Either way, we have the Eight of Pentacles for your reading. So I do feel as if this is a second half of the remainder of February for you, where you're putting in the effort, right? It feels like a hard-working time for you. I did channel an overall message for you being time to succeed for all to see. Time to succeed for all to see. So I do feel like the remainder of February for you does highlight the fact that you're at least somewhat in the spotlight, but people are noticing you succeeding. This could be also in regards to financial success due to it all, but I also, either way, I feel as if you are succeeding career-wise. I do sense that some Virgos drawn to the reading are putting themselves out there on social media, and that in and of itself is leaving you quite successful. But I do feel like regardless of what your craft is, what fields you work in, what you decide to accomplish in the remainder of the month, and surrounding it, you are quite successful. There's a sense of you just knowing what you need to get done and doing it quite well, or just feeling intuitively guided to get something extra done, and that benefits you. There's a feeling that you just aren't shy of putting in the work, but it just feels as well there's a bit of a fast-paced, a very Eight of Wands vibe about the second half of the month, where you need to balance things out and you need to pace oneself, because a bit of a workaholic vibe coming through, where if you overdo it at times, you may find oneself experiencing certain delays, or just it's almost like your body or just the universe might push you to slow it down. Either way, look at that at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like there is a lot of communicating taking place for you individually in the remainder of the month, where it feels like you could be quite exhausted at certain points, a bit burnt out due to that in and of itself. But also Spirit saying through the kind of Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords way of being about you throughout the remainder of the month, where you kind of want to charge forth. Again, find that balance. All right, don't overdo it. Sometimes, as you've learned in your past, right, throughout your path up until this point, sometimes less is more. Sometimes pacing yourself slow and steady does win the race at times, right? But I do feel like through it all, you could be thinking about a past ending, but there could be part of you that just feels quite burnt out, right? Some of you might be thinking about a future tower moment that you wish to see come to be. There could be a job, it could be a financial investment, you name it. Interesting. The Fool card, okay, the Seven of Pentacles. So Spirit's saying, sure, most of the remainder of the month you are in the mood to put in the work. There are going to be times when you just feel things are just a bit mundane or just repetitive, as expected but not enjoyed. Spirit saying if you're working a day-to-day job or running a business or whatever it may be for you, and it doesn't feel ultra enjoyable, try to switch up your approach or your mindset at the very least, or both. Try to find certain ways to make it more enjoyable, because it feels like you're more in control than you remember at times. Does that make sense? Because there's a sense of you having certain strategies up until this point, or from your past, right? Past jobs, or even the current one you're working, or different points along your path with the same business. They can be implemented to make things more enjoyable, but you at times don't remember or don't choose to implement them or utilize them to make things more enjoyable. All right. They're saying in those moments when you're kind of feeling a bit rushed to get things done, to just get through your workday or just through that list at hand, right? To check things off and just feel accomplished at all the meanwhile, or by the end of which, slow it down. There's a moment when you slow things down and where you will just be reminded, enjoy it. Enjoy it, because it's almost this feeling where you'll regret it if you don't. But there's also a feeling that Spirit's pushing you to ask oneself, what was a wish that you had when it came to your money and career that you discarded along the way? Did you just label it as not doable? Something that just wasn't going to come to be? Was this a perfect living situation, a different type of investment? Was this a perfect career choice? Was it a promotion within the same company, a pay raise? I feel like it's more than that, but you just need to remember that you deserve whatever it is for you. But there's a feeling that, again, going back to the overall message of time to succeed for all to see, Spirit absolutely is viewing it this way, but people, whether they're viewing you online and or in person, seeing your work, watching you work, you're being viewed as a star. But there's a feeling that you glow more when you enjoy what you do. So are you enjoying it? Right? And so also I feel like Spirit's saying, when you do what you love, when you even do what feels good in the midst of helping people, the money follows, right? The rewards follow, the growth follows. So there's a reminder through it all. You might even be reminding other people of this, even if you don't realize it. Do what you do and do it well, but help people through it all and enjoy yourself, and things will work out for you. Period. All right? There's a feeling that you just are being pushed to, at times, embrace the show you feel like you're putting on for people, or just feel is inevitable. It almost feels like it's the remainder of the month where, even if you're not looking to acquire the attention or gain it, people are turning heads to look at you. I just heard, let's look at Virgo. Let's look at Virgo. And so Spirit's saying throughout the remainder of February, I just saw 7-11 and 7-12. Look up those angel number meanings. View this as a fresh start. But for a lot, there is a focus on a fresh approach, a fresh beginning. Again, needing to prioritize and value and honor your goals, your wishes, your dreams when it comes to your money and career, right? And they're saying through it all, the remainder of February reminds you you deserve financial freedom. You deserve that comfort, those rewards through it all. Just because you are a helpful soul that wants to take care of people or just help people through it all doesn't mean you don't deserve the financial rewards, right? Or that comfort. Just because you want to honor your wishes, your goals, doesn't mean you don't deserve the money through it all, all right? Or they're saying in return. Either way, however it works for you, it's the remainder of February that reminds you that you're going places that doesn't need to feel like a fast-paced race towards the succeeding, towards the fulfillment of your goals, your wishes, your dreams through it all, right? But it feels like there's part of you when you're producing, you're developing, when you're getting things done, feeling a bit blinded to how things are meant to move forward, right? How they're meant to unravel. But there's part of you that's, if you look at that ring of light, you're going to be, again, noticed either way. So enjoy the attention. Some of which drawn to the reading, you'll enjoy it more than you realize. Others of which drawn to the reading, you'll enjoy it knowingly being drawn to this reading. Either way, I do feel as if you will find oneself feeling a bit overworked by the end of the month, but it just feels like that sort of go-getter energy where you get it done and you do it well, but you feel kind of hungry for more. But Spirit's saying when you don't feel motivated at certain points throughout the remainder of the month, ask oneself why. There's something to learn about your habits, about who you're wrapped up with or what you're wrapped up with, what's not meant for you potentially. But take it step by step, day by day, and do what you have to do. And take a moment to recognize it or remember that you are one talented soul. And again, it's the remainder of February where you're being viewed as a star, you're being put in the spotlight for more than one reason, right? And even if you don't fully get how things are meant to unravel for you when it comes to your money and career, you're being reminded in the remainder of February, you're meant to have a successful future. period, financially, career success wise. But being put in the spotlight will teach you a lot, right? Or will remind you of a lot. So Spirit's saying, embrace the success, embrace the spotlight. It's a time, it's a remainder of February where you're meant to be successful for all to see. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the remainder of your month, and I'll see you next time.